Morning world. Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is the man from Buzzwalk, runaway slave, better known as the badass. And today I'm gonna do mix 4 in the graveyard. But before I start the mix, I have to say reply to a few comments. Now, one of the first comments I want to reply to is Rex Jackson. This person is the second time asked me to play some Bob Marley, and then I tell me something wrong with your camp. So here me I go tell you now, Rex Jackson. But they tell you say, nobody me not work for nobody, so me not work for you. I ask you already if you go somewhere else. But me I go tell you something now where you for know. And that is first I'm going to tell you what Mem Pata 1958 say. But I'm going to tell you now what somebody else say. I'm going to ask you, Rex Jackson, to check out the comments in my 3 previous mix and you will get a balance. Please, I'm going to ask you now after I tell you what I tell you. Now, either leave over here or come to school and relax. But here we 1958 want tell you Bob Marley and the Wailers was a rock artist group. So he was really marketed to white people and start in punk clubs. And that's how it there. When him set out to target the black, which is I and I, the black man, him drop out, that's up. Flim flam and shit. So let me break down what am I tell you now. Yeah? Bob Marley started as a rock group. Today, he is the top of the rock group. That's why from him dead 41 years ago now, him are the number one up there with the pop and the rock people them. I twist it to try say him a king of reggae. But him start out as a punky reggae, which is very funky. But let me tell you about the ground now, where me come from now. Which part me come from? You see, today, I tell you some Jamaican people are one of the most hypocritical people in the world, so you have to know that. So, when me I go tell you now, looking at the comment and you go see how people reply to when me I go tell you now. Because our story, you know, and me I tell you now West Kingston story, because nobody can go right about that. Because West Kingston people is a very peculiar people. They're not even too chat to stranger. And you see what I tell you, some xenophobic. West Kingston people, proper xenophobic, you know. I'm very marginalized. We don't mingle and mix with people. You have to know these things. So I'm going to tell you something about Bob Marley now. Bob Marley was an half caste. Yeah. And as such, he was a outcast. Nobody never really tangled up with Bob Marley when him grew in a trench town, you know. You have to know the truth, you know. I know some people now chew them want them hungry. You see them a campaign and a talk about, yeah, Bob this, Bob that. Bob I feel like boyfriend, you know. And some people have to know, like all the Parkites now, I and I know. Bob couldn't come by no friend from we come and tell us that we are proper revolutionary. We never look from Bob. We never want nothing from Bob. Yeah. Bob never used to come up on the hill, come sit down with I and I. Yeah, and I know the art of the thing, and we accept the thing. Yeah. So me telling them this now, so me no want to come. Because I don't want to switch my program. And my roots and culture, how me grew up, me I telling about now. You have man were dead before Bob. We put in serious work. I want to make them man they stay dead. Yeah, them man they just stay dead from them dead. And at them me I dig up now in the graveyard now and I dust off and make on hear now how the real culture is set. So please, may I beg you, go somewhere else and stop annoying me about Bob, like you come draw me tongue. Just leave me, man. Me don't tell you. Me not fight against Bob. Me tour with Bob. I put in work for Bob. But I want to know, say, a true how we is, because we patriotic, you know. Yeah, we put in works all over the place for GLP, PMP, Pocomina, from it black. Anywhere we go, we put in with service. As some made it go. Yeah? So, your name Rex Jackson. It never sound like somebody was supposed to be over here. Yeah, because I don't know where you're at. Because I don't know, you hear me things and you keep insist. No, Bob not play over here. And if me do play some Bob over here, it's so, me go play Bob because me go showcase. When me play Bob, me go showcase Mr. Dad because Mr. Dad who boss Bob. And me go showcase Lee Scratch Perry. Because Lee Scratch Perry make Bob. You have to know these things. So don't come stay away there and go on like you want direct my program. No one not direct this. Yeah. I'm gonna read no book to tell you my story. Yeah, hear the story live and direct now. So either you relax and if you can make sense of it, you make sense of it. If you can't make no sense of it, I tell you to leave from over here. Because when I look, you ever hear me talk about subscribe or like or dislike? Don't give a fuck. That me I tell you. And another friend, me I look, my friend, them dead already. So here you want to. Because I want to know that too. Me get 3 strike. Pan mix 1, mix 2, mix 3. Me get 3 strike, copyright strike. And me still go mix again because here what now. Me don't know how I strike me and how I claim these songs when me I play because them songs that when I play are my songs out of my archive. No, all them man they dead and gone when me I play. So me don't know who know I claim say them own these things when I my culture me and my story me I tell for use my brethren them for help tell my story. So me don't know cause like me say me don't monitorize my program. So me not get nothing for do me I do. So I don't like me I work for YouTube or anything. Them just put the copyright strike, but them not stop it because true me not get no money for it. Them can't. If me not get money for it now, me have to share money with some punk. So under the music vibe that me I push now, the culture. Me I tell my story with the culture. All right? Now, culture that say, Jabi, there's no sound. We cannot hear anything. No, culture that. I want you are the second time you tell that, say that to me. And it's coming like you alone. You're something wrong with your thing. So you figure check your thing and leave my thing alone. So don't come direct me how to mix my thing. Now, today program. Today program, I want leviticate it now to the west. Because I realize I dig up a ants nest in the west. So make a go in at the comment them now and shout out the one them I feel is relevant to when you are dealing. right? So I already talk about Mempat 1958. Respect goes out to you. Chest bless. Say, yes, Jahbunny, real talk, pure truth, the higher talk. I man born and go a Melchior Street and Barnett Lane, Race Course Lane. Before Rima was built, man like Leng, the butcher, Papa Dog Head, Sparrow, the cabinet maker, live in Race Course Lane. Now, the person that we name Chest Bless, I want to hear and I. Because him not know I personal, but him a relate because him know everything when me I say. Because like, which part him born and grow, am I stamping ground all my life. So, he must know, because he used to go Bieber. Yeah, you know Bieber. On Greenwich Street, we sell a fried dumpling all night. Bieber never lack yet. And then you say something where me can't relate to. Enough people they ever know which part we born. It original name called Village. Which part Rima there? Originally named Boys Town. Yeah. Enough people. So people think that us Boys Town school. But who remember when Boys Town we burned down before Rima built up? Boys Town it burned down, you know. I think sometime in the late 60s, Boys car is after Boys Town burned down, them built up Rima. So me a touch a whole heap of can and we are yarn. Now, S. Bent comment and say, Jabi, big respect. Remember Jello that was living in the government yard. Yeah, the government yard was 12 shilling a month, them it call them. You have some over Wellington Street. You have some over Trenchtown between 2nd Street and 7th Street, them same kind of house there. And you have some upper Olympic Way. Yeah, so we know all about the 12 shilling a month house. Cause I managed to sleep under a cellar and in a kitchen upper 7th Street and a sack cellar. Yeah. So, and we also know Jello personally. So here now, because Jello, like what I said, Jello are the generation before me. In the Parkite setting, I think a Jello first get slap way. Yeah, Jello. Because Jello I done. Jello, Granny Crumbs, and Shata, I three dads that for the era. I think Jello gets, you can correct me, because I may have thought now, S-Bent. I think Jello get slapped one Friday. And if I'm not correct, I remember if a Billy, police boy Billy, or asphalt them, run down Jello up in a bread lane gully there and knock him away, right? And then after Jello get knocked away, Ronnie comes, get knocked away. I think him get knocked away. I forgot who did knock him away to come. I know the whole of that. Because them think that our thing. Ronnie comes get knocked away, I think, off him bike out of 3 Mile. I don't want to call the wrong man name where he knock him away, but I know that too. And then in them same sickles there, every shot that they get take away, never get knocked away. Him lucky in a blood clot. I'm a him, but him lucky because you what now. Yo. As far as them chase, you must remember that day there too. Because a history. As far as them chase, Shatter, and North Street, a beat it off him and him run, going to public, and them going, they go take Jello thing off him. I think him get 9 months a Spanish town, and him do 6 months. And at this him lose him dread when him go a hell and come forward. Because them time I in a dark time, then just cut your dread when you go to prison. Like no, we have no dread right. Them cut Shorter dread and Shorter come forward. As a ballhead, but still hold him lean as a Rasta leader and a top. Dan, the superstar. So now, somebody else asks me about Danny Ratman. But you just say Ratman if me know Ratman. Yeah, but him right name a Danny Ratman. So we have two Danny. Danny Ratman from down a Regent Street, real Spangler, original Spangler. And Danny Wailers from up a Girling Street, real Spangler again, because let me tell you, Girling Street around 10 park heights or more. 10 park heights / Wild Bunch did live on Girling Street. So Girling Street, I was a main street. Danny Ratman sister Element did there with Debo, DNA. I think one night we my 13 bigness them. No, me choice, cause there's a plum tree DNA yard gate. And me choice go up in a plum tree, go wait pan DNA. And when in my Element I come from down a region, I got him yard. Me choice come out of the plum tree, jam down DNA. But when him jam down DNA, Element a real tough star girl. Respect goes out to our RIP. Elements, the kind of excitement where Element make. Not the early morning there, because Element know the whole flavor. Because them time everybody know everybody. And Element start scream that me choice, you can't kill my man. And the way my scream, the way she scream and go on. A 13 shot. Me choice them gear. And in that flavor there, nobody don't know how they escape out of the jam there. But him escape out of the jam there. And if you ask me, at that incident there, DNA lick him chip and turn it up on them, because after him escape, him go for him thing and run right through Rima. Him alone run right through Rima and knock it. When him done knock it, at two things spread over. So we're gonna show you the history of how, you see which part we live and which part we my 13 live. I like one of the same place. So in Knockins go on this week, next week in Knockins calm down. Because Rima 13 and the Wild Bunch of the Parkites interact is like the sistering them, because you have Rima sistering and you have the Parkite sistering them. The Parkite sistering them go with Rima 13. Our sistering them, Rima 13 sistering them go with we, so the whole place interact and intertwine. And one of the reasons why I am doing this too is to make these little third, fourth, and fifth generation that won't understand the thing, they might take the thing too serious. Yeah, because when you check the levels, a family a kill family in the West, Yeah. It's like the thing gone to the pigs, where a man they now relate. A man now relate. Say, yo. But me and a man they connected somehow. If I forgot school, because when we got, all right, look, a Trenchtown me come from, and a Greenwich school me go. And I walk go school from Greenwich, from Trenchtown. Walk go school. One at a time live all land, and I walk go school. So you have to know the kind of walk when me put on for go school. That's why me go, because I'm never afraid. Yeah. Me go to school and the Greenwich School, I pay Kingston 13, Kingston 11 people go out of school there. All the tough boy them from them here there. Me grow with them because I'm a school mate them. Yeah, name them bad boy from out there. That's why I had to ask a man, say, tell me about some bad boy from Kingston 13 and 11. Because I go to school with them if them are my age group and if them are real bad boy. I not talk about the 4th and 5th generation. I don't know them. Yeah, so as I say, part of what I try to do is for sure the youth them how we, because when I time, you talk about Ronnie Combs. Ronnie Combs, the whole of Ronnie Combs family, they are guard me, The whole of my family, they are guard me, Come like every part man, every wild bunch, the whole of our family, down a garden. And my generation, so we not take certain talk from certain people and take what we self. Yeah, I will never take ourselves and go nowhere. Because what people for know is Wellington Street people go set garden. The man, every man where you see, down a garden, every top dads, every top man, every big man, every elder come from Upper Wellington Street or Upper Regent Street or Upper Melcalf Street era, Girling Street era, Milk Lane, Dumford Street, car Sapper, Shorty Lady, Big Brother. All of them people are up in a town them come from Cosette Garden. So the whole of the big people, them, that's why things couldn't run how it a run now. Because I as youth was always conscious of our roots and who connected to who. Yeah. So I just want some people to watch a ride. And the ride is very exclusive. And stop telling me what to do and when not to do. Because like me say, if you just enjoy the mix, man, I know say that's how I put it down. So here we go now. How we have started this morning.
This is the time when a man and man should realize that the youths and youths need justice. And it's time to move. And Babylon remove. Youth man move. Is that the youth man move? Youth man move. Is that the youth man move? Youth man move. Is that the youth man move? Oh God, youth man move. Is that the youth man move? Youth man move from off the street. Come, let's find something to do. Instead of leaning on the park with our ears well cocked. Just leaning on the park, listening everybody's talk. Come, let us find with Lord to be down a literacy. Come, let us find with to be down a literacy. Youth man move. Is that the youth man move? Valley. Give generously your best of unity. Come cooperate with me and fight this bad disease. And if it's at our heels, we will not be at ease. Come let us find with Lord to be down illiteracy. Come let us find with Lord to be down illiteracy. But it's a youth man move. The youth man move. Montego Bay, youth man move. So the youth man move. Miami, youth man move. So the youth man move. London, youth man move. So the youth man move. To be down the little Give generously the best of unity. Come cooperate with I and I and fight this bad disease. If tricks is at our heel, we will not be at ease. Come let us find whip to be down illiteracy. Come let us find whip to be down illiteracy. Intelligence man move. This a youth man move. Youth man move.
Yeah, that's what culture had to tell us in the early out. Youth man move. So let me check something before we go any further. Ear up.
Yes, I. Blessed rising.
I same to the eye. You know, so we're live
Yeah.
still. And
No, me never know.
no, that's why that's why I'm not telling for you even open your any
Right,
sound.
because
Yeah, me know,
the last.
yeah, me know I go down, man, but I'm gonna do it deliberately, you know.
No, man, you can make me know, man.
All
No,
right.
me have no problem, you know.
No,
Me have no problem, but me fi know.
Yeah, well,
A protocol, you know. Rasta protocol.
Yeah, but
you know. Like you just do now.
yeah,
A protocol, man.
yeah, we know, but I think you didn't know. So I'm gonna tell you something. I forgot live.
No, man, you can't know, man. Like you tell me now.
All right,
Me fi know.
all right.
A protocol, man.
Apologize for that, my brother. But me show the eyes up before you go any further. See? Yesterday I received around 10 calls from that daughter Desta, but it was on the other phone.
Mm.
And now I try to call her forward and I never get her. I just call. You see, oh, she come in for me. She send me some paperwork, right? And she come in. She never come in contact with us. That's the first thing. And when I want to shoot, why me did do that? I don't want be no carnal in the thing because like I don't know nothing bad about the eye. I don't know nothing bad about Kafana. I don't know nothing bad about Desta more than where. I got ear. So anything me hear, I don't want. No man can come tell me nothing about Jabi. I don't make no one tell me nothing about Desta. One can Aika for them vibration because for them vibration is we go through. Cause since then I hear some other can ever reach out to Kafana and she reach out to me, just we not connect. I mean you say that they broke down too. Right? But all of these things, like how I know it, no one can tell I nothing about Jabi until Jabi show me. Otherwise, I know say Jabi know what Jabi is. Because how Jabi treat I is not how him treat the next one. There is so many there.
So sound.
Huh?
Yeah, man, me hear you loud.
Yeah, well,
True sound.
so that's why, so, no care what I'm going to hear about this stuff. Because enough to me hear about her, you know. But me no make it becomes, because, like me say, me I call how me did know her, how she did interact with me, and how she still interact with me, because she still have that respect for I. I'm gonna cross the line. Because like me say, I just good did come out of that. The first link there. And even, how me I look on it too, even if one and one gone right and left, I still feel say I man can put a correction and tighten up back certain school called Rasta. You see me there? So go through, my brother.
Me I hear you loud and clear now. Me I listen.
Yeah, go through. Me send the email, the female thing come to die. But me don't know if they did send forward anything since then.
No, I didn't get it. I got to deal with it in the morning, like, yeah, straight.
Yeah, well, it's...
But I say no. You see, in this stage, Rastafari, there,
yeah,
it's not about secrecy. It's about strategy.
yeah.
There is a lot of things that needs to be done to bring about that unity. Now, it's not everything needs to be a public. You see, if you build a nation, you know, right? It's not about serious, it's about, again, strategy. How do you function to bring about that result that you want? And sometimes there is too many public utterances of things that is self-concerning and can be, and not only can be, must be resolved behind closed door.
Irie?
When the effort is made to resolve something behind closed door and it failed, then that's another story. Nevertheless, there is certain things that need to be said in a public forum. One can talk, yeah, because sometimes when I say things in jest and just say get to an end result, that's how Cointel go, you know.
Yes.
Sometimes I want to lead some mischievous talk to get to a position to make a positive decision for the nation. So, and that is how it goes. If I and I don't understand the chess game and how to play the chess game, then we're going to be at last to getting a result in our chess match. One cannot play a draft in our chess match. It just doesn't work.
I play
One would be then.
Yeah.
I say, so that is what I have said in terms of even the Rastafari nation.
But I will ask, you were asked I just now.
Go ahead.
If I play backgammon.
If I do what?
Play backgammon.
Backgammon. Yes, King.
Yeah, well, I master that, you know.
Yes, I.
Yeah,
I
don't play
familiar.
chess, but I play backgammon.
Yes.
Yeah.
But why I say no,
me read
each of these.
Me read the eye, man. That's why I'm bringing the backgammon for sure. It's all about how you structure and go with certain things. Because
and understand how to maneuver in this corrupted, wicked world, because there's always a third party who is not about unity, not about the oneness of us. And when we play careless, either one of those things, you find say that careless playing result in cause good. That is why we have to know that we can't just fling anything and everything in the public domain
out there.
When we need to bring about a sense of unity to fix something. So the question is, are we just about information or we are about solution? And if solution is the objective, then the strategy has to be reflective of solution. Simple. There's a lot of things that can be said and will be said at the opportune time. But again, the key component is at the opportune time when things needs to be said. But tabloids, this new system of Babylon, we call it Babylon cyberspace, Babylon tabloid, Babylon newsreel, can be counterproductive, and at the same time it can be productive. But for the most part, it's counterproductive. And not just for Rasta, but counterproductive across the board. You see, as it put a lot of people in our bind. So it's, and I know, have to be very much leery of this cyber attack and to how to deal with it, because many of us is totally ignorant as to the true nature of this cyberspace world. Yeah, see. Yeah.
Well, Iman,
that is.
Iman, hear the I loud and clear, right? And Iman is always mindful what come out of I mouth, because I have been mindful about how cyberspace work from in the mid 80s when I did down and out. And a case and point, you remember the Teflon Dan? When I did try the Rasta case, I happened to lock beside him. And I was in MCC when him beat him 2 case. And I see, oh, them get him through, eventually through cyberspace. So Iman is very, very much cautious about speaking in a cyberspace. At the same time, Iman no see myself even I tried go certain place again. So the way we see it today, and different ones, them is using different program, because all cyberspace I run it now. If we want, we can have a conference call right now where we are talk to South Africa, Ethiopia, and Jamaica, New York, and Germany at the same time.
Yeah, and at the same time, that call doesn't have to be a public call, because you have government.
Yeah, no,
right?
I,
and you have governance.
I call what I say really, you know. But I am going to show you, say, to which part, remember saying, you know, all of this, where I really put forward right now, start out from I, come to the reality, say, I man trad must be told. That's where it starts. And in telling I trad, I nah beat down nothing. At the same time, I look still to say how from I experience, how I can still have some positive input in what I go on right now. Because, say, take for example, I get some minutes recently, which I have to dissect it first, of what I go on now, right now in Ethiopia, and where the position is. Yeah. But the data also send come tell I and quote back myself to I show say ones and ones leave out of Babylon, Ghana, Ethiopia, only to do what? I call back na Babylon for support when I Zion them supposed to gone. I have problem with that. I have put on some mix for sure. I have put on some mix right now out of the graveyard for sure. The connection why people could have pick up themselves, literally believe say Ethiopia is Zion. And when them go Ethiopia, milk and honey, they wait for them. And just pick up themselves and just got quat. And expect for Carl out there. And ones we out there in a Babylon where have to do what they have to do to stay alive. Expect say we to support that.
But it's a facade enough, fire. It's a facade to think for a moment that hell is going to help heaven.
Yeah.
If a man in righteousness are going to depend upon hell for survival in heaven, all of the school now work right now for him head.
Rasta, every time I open my mouth, is fire the people up there put panay, you know. Every time.
You say, is religion, is the religious dogmatic interpretation of life that is the major problem. Because we are emotional prisoners trapped in our physical body of discord. See, nowhere in any spiritual consciousness can a man expect, say, the survival of heaven, of Zion, is based upon the action of Babylon and Babylonia and hell. It don't make no sense. But we think so, because at the end of the day, we need material things, whether we like it or not. The bare necessities of life: food, clothes, and shelter. And irrespective of the geographical region one is on this planet, those are necessities, whether it is in East or in West. So, my brother now, Ghana East, burn me out with their West in one breath, and in the next breath need me to subsidize that Eastern tribe. It not sit level, you know. And as Donkey said the ground not level, you know. And this is a primary instance of the ground not being level. No, on the contrary, no. If a man is on a mission, right, a onward bound mission, and one man is the scout, and the scout go out and make an initial foray. What the scout does is come forward and report back to the general. And then a next set of ones come in and so on. But when it becomes no a belittlement, no, they are hell and way, and it's like a brag and a boast, then don't want nothing from the man in a hell then. Seriously. Because you're violating your own contract. Heaven, in heaven there is no beer. We can't beer go heaven for.
Fire. You see, when I did come,
Say,
when I did,
wisdom.
when I did come forward out of Africa, whether I in the first reason whether I show, you know, that's what I did when I go at Jam 1, you know. I go up at the university, go sit down and brief plan, you know, on how my finding of women see, because it's from the realistic perspective. And planner was who instruct I say, go and sit with your youths them. Now one, this thing is not a thing for pick up yourself and say you go to Ethiopia by yourself. This wasn't the mission. The man said no one now go nowhere left I and I. No one at all. Him say all who go have to come forward. This is how I'm sure I know. I'm sure I said go and make sure you guide the youth them. So ones and ones where I pick up themselves and say, individually I say, boy, I'm going home Africa. Blessing, you have my blessing. But don't call back to me for any help when you're there, Zion. Are you there, the motherland?
Yeah. You see, again, it's the matter of the perspective. Because if someone is in Jamaica and you can give them assistance, if someone is in the United States and they can do the same, give them assistance, someone in Africa can also gain assistance as well.
Yeah, but
The problem is the arrogance. Hear me out. The problem is the arrogance and the misconception of bourgeoisie, where one now is looking at a geographical location as being more serene, more airy, and then blasting and belittling another man now who is in another geographical location. So it becomes geopolitical. And the geopolitical mentality now bring about a lack of unity. Because as I say, if party A is a scout and you're sending him on a rectangular mission, him report forward and him get all the support possible.
Yes.
Because he is a representative of a mission to relocate. Anything outside of that is a fallacy. It's just argument and individual aggrandizement or self-aggrandizement, self-procreation. That's all it is. And we have to be honest to ourselves. You see, and deal with things. Because many of us is not about a unity, you know. We have a lot of baggage. Because first of all, we were abused. People tell lie upon we. People belittle we. So in reaching out to that unity now, we have to know how to deal with a public domain. And inside the cyber world is a public domain. And we have to know how to deal with it, because this is something Rastafari who don't have a military wing, right?
Yeah.
Rastafari don't have those bare necessities that is essential to any group's survival. See, because remember, you know, military don't mean shooting, you know. Military also means intelligence.
Yes.
Yeah, I see.
Yes, I.
So once you look at it now in its fullness and realize, when I say, why a military wing now we have to go like we're stupid and just a shoot on the place and that. No, it's to garner the necessary intelligence to learn how to make wise decisions for the forward progress of the nation. Knowing that the nation is in a chess match and not in the world all alone. And while you make one move, a man has to kill the seed before it grows. Simple enough. But you have to have those who are in position because they know how. So those who are lawyers understand the law and guide those who are lay people how to function within the law. It's each person, those who are educated in nutrition, guide the nation into what's better for their health, and so on. So each person have a responsibility to the overall assessment. Now, when the I is going to want to be everything, and the next man or female going to want to be everything, you have a problem. You see, Each one stay in them lane, do what them supposed to do, and together now, we get it done. Because the hood have the job, the glue have the job, the screw have the job. And when the glue the way for do, the screw the way for do, and the hood way the way for do, you have a stool.
But most one fire not think on them level, More since I have reason with the people in our group, every time I say where is security, it's fire burn me get. So you say
Because I one looking at it wrong. Security is intelligence. That's the first part of security, As we were taught, prevention is better than cure. So even an ounce of prevention. So with the proper intelligence, one can prevent certain things from happening.
Because what I assure themselves, if them with a real organization, then the temple couldn't get licked down. Because they would already have things in place for counteract that.
No, but first of all, the temple would even be there.
In the first place.
We are dealing with action and reaction. It would never be there in the first place. So how can it get leaked down when it wouldn't be there?
The next question that I pose to them, Jaman, is that since it gone bad already, why do a GoFundMe now if you fight a case where you can't win when it would have been more, to me, would I find it more positive if a GoFundMe is set forward to build up a new tabernacle and build it the right way.
Well, fire is the same thing at my Scotch Falls. It's a microcosm of Scotch Falls. You collect money to pay lawyers to fight Peter Marley. It's easier to collect the money and buy a piece of land and do it.
Yeah. So it's some backward. So it's Rasta when I speak them with I show say I can't move with these backward people where they think backward. Them not no forward thinking. No, where you gonna fight? Pay liar, fight liar. When the money where you get, you could just go buy it like I say a piece of land.
Yes, and build up a new deed. And you have the legal paperwork for that land now. When nobody can throw you off of it, because it's yours. It's simple.
But when I come forward with these kind of reasons, you have no, like you say, somebody come on where for them voice louder, and all them I tell you is some fanatical thing, but this is modesty, we fix that.
Because it is irrational. It's not true. Because, all right now, men goes to Isle Marian and the Derg. Control Ethiopia with the Red Terror. Millions of people dead. His Majesty existed,
See that?
So we are talking now.
Yeah.
Let's put His Majesty in a proper perspective now. His divine consciousness doesn't change, but the reality of life can't blind us to that reality. It don't work so. Then no man wouldn't get hungry. Are we saying then is Haile Selassie make we hungry? Are we saying is Haile Selassie first make we naked? Make the age not protected? Make the infants not cared for? No. It's our own behavior that caused those things. Don't put it on Emperor Haile Selassie first. No. Can't do that, fire. Because first of all, that's unethical and it's immoral and it's a lie. A man have to know himself. Each man know himself and live within his own consciousness of self. And then yourself work with I self. And it is said that, a chain is as strong
as the
as its
weakest link.
weakest link. That tells you that every link of is strong. Every link. Because the weak or the loose lip, that sink the ship.
Yep.
And what is a lip?
Sound.
No. The lip is a part of the ship. That when it loose, the ship sink. And that proverbial sound is used when a man's mouth is too loosey. That's why you say a cock mouth kill cock. And if a fish has never keep his mouth shut, he wouldn't get catch. So these cliches is used in different ways to express the essence of man in wise mind consciousness. We can't blame the emperor. The emperor said, okay, for the people of the West who help, let me go on some land grant. Because more than one land grant His Majesty give throughout the years. Sashamani or that piece of land is just one of the many land grants. It wasn't a Rasta enclave. It's weed. It's like say we want to gravitate to it. It was a land given to those who helped during the invasion. See, because when I see the eye, I see the eye at another house that exists during the invasion.
Yes.
See it. So there's enough thing going on during that invasion of Benito Mussolini between 1935 and 1941. See, and in an effort to say thank you to the peoples of the world, Sashamani was granted. Some 70 Adventist people get land too, How comes there's no problem with that land? Why is that land grant that was given to the 70 Adventists a model of success where they build things on it and it is a great success even to this very day? How comes? So it's almost like the story of the talent. One man gets something and he make the thing grandiose. So another man gets something and it's pure confusion. Why? Because one was structured, organized, have a plan, and put the plan in action. The other one was in disarray, never have no plan, and things just got topsy-turvy. That's the difference. Why we don't look at the glory of that land where the Seventh-day Adventist people get? And other land grants, for that matter, that has been given throughout His Majesty's reign, and to see how successful they were. Instead of Rasta, in the 21st century, acting as if Sashamani is heaven.
And the whole of you go pack up there.
Yeah, in a
And
heaven.
that now go happen. It even think that. Like that piece of land, it go observe the whole nation of I and I in Africa.
Hey, say, it's 9-time Emperor Haile Selassie come to the United States,
Then I no point
9 times.
Then I no point that out the other day in a reason and show them say the first time His Majesty come there, him spend over 8 weeks.
Yes. And why did he come? He come here to garner a relationship and to learn about development for his country. Even the idea of the dam, the Gerd Dam we just done, was drafted by His Imperial Majesty as part of development. And in his journey to the Hoover Dam in particular, that Hoover Dam were inside America. That was a catalyst. So we are saying, the King of Kings come in as nasty, not his thinking Babylon and get ideas. But the answer is a resounding yes. Because Because the idea of breaking down the world based upon just religious dogma is a fallacy. It's not real. It just entrap up in this religious foolishness, which is not what we are as a people. The people who has been domiciled, caught into a situation of shipwreck because of the action of Rome, Britain, Babylon. It's sad now to liberate oneself in their physical body, their mental mind, and their spiritual existence. We can't just forget about the physical existence portion and just get trapped as if we are only spirit. Even the spirit we call white rum need a buckle or it does evaporate. You have to put it in a vessel. And if it's a mentalated spirit, it still need a vessel to function. And if the buckle crack, it's no use. So let's make it buckle once more wholesome. So these irits of Rastafari can trad. So no one is saying Rastafari enough can have their iritical thing for do with them what do iritical. Essential. But no, we cannot act as if that is the only thing that we need to do. And as His Majesty expressed to us, the spiritual and the material must be balanced. They must go hand in hand. So why we forget about them instructions there? So I am appalled at what is developing right now. Totally appalled. And especially we have intelligent people. Because how it going now? You see, if I go build a house, right? And the virgin is a decisions and architect. You have a call upon her, Then I call upon the constructor. I now call upon some people who don't know nothing about house to build it. But we have a tendency to call on the people who don't have no knowledge of how to do things, and they are upfront trying to learn on the job and make a mistake. When you have the architect there to say, well, listen, it's a 5-bedroom, you have me want to make, you draw me a plan, and I want a swimming pool over there, so I want this over that, and so on and so forth. And then the architect, based upon the instructions, draw something.
Rasta. I say, and I know of the owl daughter. She's in the US at the moment. And I think
we're talking about what's Catty Owl?
Yeah, and she have sided with the EWF. And I think she was up there in Ethiopia and she come out and tell the world all the people them up there nasty and stink.
But it's not new. It's real, because again, the Ethiopian World Federation Incorporated is a group of Pan-African individuals who is of the opinion that because His Majesty is divine, that is heaven, and that is the only location for Black people. First of all, it is presumptuous, and may I add, stupid to think that the Ethiopian World Federation is Black people's government. With serious government anywhere in the world have a dash for them constitution and them ethics to make Black people government. So if in 1937 August, the Ethiopian World Federation was established as Black people government, why was there in 1963, right? May 1963, and African Liberation Day, OAU. So why it wouldn't exist? Because the black people's government don't exist already. So where I make another one for? And it's the same person who established the Ethiopian World Federation Incorporated, established the Organization of African Unity. Yeah. Furthermore, why when Malcolm X went to see the emperor, he was given a constitution known as the OAAU, the Organization of Afro-American Unity. Then why not just give him a chapter at the EWF and say, well, Malcolm X, well, we see who you apply to, know. Just work with this, no? He was given the OAAU. So what we are saying is like worm in our brain. We're not thinking.
You know, so them drop off
truthfully.
To you. Them drop off to you and what OA now.
Yes. Well, you see, no, AU, them drop off the L.
Yeah.
The L, them drop off. No, them drop off the liberation portion.
No, but the OAU, them drop off the U. And the liberation.
No.
Listen, the
no,
African
them drop
liberation.
off the L.
Yes, them drop off the L after the African liberation.
Yeah.
And the OAU, African Unity, them drop off the U.
No, them still keep it because them say Africa Union. Them still have the U.
Oh, yeah.
See, it's the hell that has been taken out of the equation. So the Organization of Africa Unity become the AU. You see? So the O is what's taken out of it, the organization portion.
Yeah.
You see? So that is how that go. But the true essence of it is, again, like me say, all of that was under the auspices of one Gaddafi, who we love and we glorify because we're ignorant. You see, one thing, you cannot be a revisionist historian. The history is what it is. Garner it and use it to make better decision today and tomorrow. Don't try to make history something new than what it was not because of your emotion. The history is the history. The Ethiopian World Federation was established to assist the Africans who wanted to help Ethiopia during the invasion. That's why it was established in 1937 while his mother was in Bath, England. So that those who wanted to assist Ethiopia in her time of need would have an organization and a channel to help. And the person who is the president of the Ethiopian World Federation and history buff can dispute that with facts, not with emotion. Remember, it was some individual in the United States that went from America, them left, and went into England to ask His Majesty for help because the money was being robbed. That's what they were putting in because UNIA and them did a thief the money. Let's put the thing into perspective now. And because the money was not being tailored for the right reasons, these people come and say, well, Her Majesty, well, we are giving money, and the money is uncounted. So we want to make sure that there's an entity where we can provide money and physical resource to help Ethiopia in our crisis. Because the whole world assembly for Ethiopia, do you know, there's a term known as the Black Peril, the largest mass of Black people in the history of the world. Over 500 million Africans rally for Ethiopia, which is more than 100 million more than the UNIA, because Marcus Garvey talked about 400 million. The Black Peril during the time was over 500 million people. And one who want to learn more about that need to check the Chicago Defender, which was a newspaper that was keeping records of what took place during the invasion. So don't listen to me. But do your own research with the Chicago Defender. And don't listen to another idiot. Do your own. So you get the facts. Simple enough. And then you will realize why these ones went to Ethiopia to establish. His Majesty put this up, and then afterwards, the man say, all right, thank you. See some land here? Thank you. See some more land here? You know, says Majesty I get land before he became emperor. What about those lands? Because he always have interest in Ethiopians that are domiciled, Africans who wish to come back to Africa, to come home. It wasn't to come on heaven. It's to return from the land where you come, where you came from.
But Jaman, the question
but
is,
because of religion, religion just turn we upside down, as everything is viewed from a religious spectacle.
Yep. But Jaman, the problem I have with all of this now, yeah? How no other African heads of state no pick up on that?
No, well, it's not true. The African heads of state have also contributed land for Africa to return.
Such as?
Such as inside of Ghana and in terms of other part in West Africa.
But the Ghana program, when the program is established, because Nkrumah never established that. So Nkrumah never established that when him became
No, we're not talking about, but Nkrumah is not the only one. Yeah, but I remember Nkrumah was caught up with Mao Zedong. He was more caught up into his passion towards the Chinese liberator, Mao Zedong. That is where he garnered his inspiration from. But we're talking about ones who came, and it was Africans recognizing that them can't always give land. And even today too, it's not uncommon for an African chief to give land to individuals from the West. It's happening all the time. But when we're acting as if these are exceptions. Yeah, it's a constant where African chief give a land.
But when these land is given, they always end up questionable. That's the whole point.
They always end up how?
Questionable.
Not necessarily at all. That's why I gave you an example before. I said land was given to the 70 Adventists, and right now they have institution built there.
Yeah, we hear that. That is up at Ethiopia, but we are talking about the wider Africa now because it's like the whole focus is Ethiopia, Somalia.
Yes, that is for us.
Right.
But remember, the world is not created piecemeal. Africa is not only because of Rastafari. You have other peoples who are Africans who have then relocated to Africa and live. For example, there's a place known as Liberia and Sierra Leone. Those two places are then occupied by returning Africans to the continent. And in droves, the Africans always be thinking of going home, brethren. So we can't come here like, say, Sierra Leone and Liberia don't exist.
No, we wouldn't say that.
And the Africans that leave United States and went to those locations don't exist because it's not Rasta. He said we can't be revisionist Ethiopian or revisionist African or revisionist historian. No, we have to be fair. Africans, from the first African was taken by force to the West. Once I try to go home, you have a whole shipload of people, left. Amistad's and all these turn, the ship. That left to return home. People was always yearning to go back home. That's Rasta one. It's just what Rasta, where Rasta do know, is in this modern time of an organization and an entity that not only wanted to go home, but wanted to put God in our black consciousness as part of that sojourn. So we let go the Jesus, we let go the Muhammad, we let go the Krishna, we let go all these guys, the Buddhists and the Hindus and the Yahweh, and we find of ourselves a divine one through the person of Emperor Haile Selassie. And Baba Shanti went further. Baba Shanti now look at Yahweh as part of the three-headed God. And Emmanuel, Holy Emmanuel I. You see, whether we like it or not, these were expression of self-consciousness from a divine standpoint. You see, there is no other black liberation movement nowhere, that bring it from a divine consciousness. It's only Rasta one do that, The Nation of Islam not do that. The Black Panther not do that. All these black progressive groups still are stuck on them Jesus and them white God. Low theology, the Honorable Marcus Messiah God, you're Catholic, I wonder if you know that.
I know
Catholicism. See, so here it is now. In one breath, we are saying, well, black man God and black man king, black man. See, and that's why man a problem, because ancient who hear a man ask the question, black man, where is your God? Black man, where is your king? Realize that those were fictitious questions, because during that time, Africa had kings. So you can't ask me a question that you know the answer to. Tell me, black man, your king is in Ethiopia or your king is in Senegal. We have a lot of kings in Africa. Don't ask me, black man, where is your God? And then answer the question that black man are no God, black man are no king. So then I am going to become the provisional president of UNO, that UNO not a body. That's theft and fictitious reasoning. But we don't like that, the truth. Because guess what? It act as if no, scope. When you ask me, I'm not saying about the Avia, no, what I am talking about is the truth. That's it. Let's look at history and so we can fix it to help ourselves today. Black man, where is your God? Black man, where is your king? Here, Rasta man said, well, I see me God in Ethiopia, See me king in Ethiopia, Only group for do that. And if you have another group, bring them come and start them up. And we say, yes, right. We never said that you will go there, That is why Rasta stand predominant and the whole of the people. Yeah. I remember, Rasta was a black liberation. Rasta was no amalgamation, something, It was never that. It was for the liberation of the domiciled African peoples. Through the person of this black man who was crowned. And we see him. So when Reverend James Morris Webb and the people of that era say, why, look to Africa where a black man shall be crowned. Those reality now manifests itself in the coronation of 1930. Because remember, these are wise people, we come from lodgemen, See, an ancient men them who recognize that upon time, black man will get a liberation and it all come from Ethiopia. That was not Marcus Garvey's philosophy and statement, brethren. But we, because it sounds good and we are come from Bible, Marcus become John the Baptist now and him prophesy this. And these are what we call diverse doctrine that a myth that has nothing to do with the reality. And this man don't care whether it's Rasta says so or who says so. A myth is a myth and a myth is a myth. A lie is a lie and a lie is a lie. It not change because it come out a Rasta mouth now, so the lie will come true because the Rasta says so. Move and go with that. Tell the people them the truth. Say, it's a reverend youth from out of Harlem. Yeah. And man can buy him book. They're coming after black man. His book is still available. Go to Amazon or go any other jungle you want to get it out of. Yeah. And talk about that book. Reverend James Morris Webb. They're coming after black man. And the man never only give a speech, the man outline the essence and the truth about Emperor Haile Selassie is going to be crowned, and him is the Redeemer. Because Emperor Haile Selassie never just exists. Oh, you look how man God, oh, look, this is how we get trapped into some simplicity of misconception. And then now, what happened now? Because Emperor Haile Selassie is a military man. Emperor Haile Selassie was no priest. You see, when him dress up in a military fatigue, him general, you see all the medal upon him, you think you just go buy some patch and put on your clothes? Why do you think in so many instances His Majesty wear those attire unless he go to a formal event, then he will wear a suit? But most of the time, I mean, in the military, because he's a military man who grew up in the military and was trained, know for shoot, know for use sword, know for deal with all the aspect of military defense of his country. Nelson Mandela's first gun was provided to him by Emperor Haile Selassie, who in turn gave him a steward, somebody who was supposed to train him. Smuggle Mandela outside of South Africa and carry him go to Ethiopia and train him in military warfare against apartheid system. Oh, we're not talking about Emperor Haile Selassie like that, but him a God. Every one of the African states that liberated herself from whether it's Britain, whether it's France, whether any, owe it to Emperor Haile Selassie because they all were colonies of the white world until His Majesty was there to liberate them. That is why if all one needed to do, go on YouTube and His Majesty visit in 1963, right? When he came here, 1963, October the 1st, when he was a deal with Kennedy. And when Kennedy introduced His Majesty, he pointed out, say, the African nation was free because of the work of Emperor Haile Selassie, and what happened in history never happened before. That's our United States president, and say no other guest in the United States of America is more worthy than him. Go look it up. I don't listen to I. Let's put things into perspective now. The president, JFK, which was one of the most glorified presidents in the United States history, that him said. Soon after him dead, they murdered that. And who was the guest of honor at his funeral? Same emperor come back in America again to the man's funeral. And if you look at the funeral procession, who was the most visible person at that funeral procession? Emperor Haile Selassie. So here you have a United States president, and the most visible person is the Ethiopian emperor. That makes sense?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I see. So let's put things into truths and rights. And if we are students of history, let's put the history right. See, and the same one tells us, say, listen, you see, anciency is good, but modernization must be balanced with it. Education is a key and not emotion. And Rastafari we lose that consciousness when it comes to education, because all the things me I tell you say, right, I and I would have never talk about where we attack, say. We would not call like Gary prophesy if we know the truth. Because we don't know the truth. Gary didn't say look to Africa nowhere. His Majesty encourage education. We have an anthem, a Garvey anthem. Ethiopia, the land of our father. And we call the Ethiopian anthem. Myth. That is not Ethiopian anthem. At no time in Ethiopian history that song was played as the anthem of Ethiopia. Because the first anthem of Ethiopia was drafted by His Imperial Majesty. And it has nothing to do with that at all. When the man them win the marathon inside the Olympics, or in any occasion where the anthem is being played, that there's something up there at all. But yet Rasta talk about Ethiopian anthem. These things must be eradicated and the truth come again. What is so hard to say, okay, Ras, we make a mistake, and we did know better. So now that we know better, let us correct it. That no wise man do them things, man. We're fool shad, wise man know better and make the adjustment. Why you gonna stuck in your own self-aggrandizement, Bridget? Why? You soon say next month or in a few months is August 17th. And big thing are going to forgive you again. Because Rasta, gets entrapped with misconception. No, we are not saying Yahweh never do anything good. We're not saying that. But it's good. It should not then be expanded beyond where it is. Appreciate for the good that he did. Fire. We don't need to juxtapose no misconception in it, Virgin. Stop it, man. Fire. And come back to the truth, fire. Yes, King.
The people them always love when I and the I reason, So I want to touch upon this subject after me now because the last 3 program I run is a musical program. And I assure the world, say, Bob Marley dead 41 years ago. And we won't make him stay dead. Now, whole heap of other artists where they put in some serious work, even serious work because they were culturally more conscious than Bob Marley. Right? Them man they pass off and them man they just gone. Oh, I have been putting it down. I have been digging up the graveyard, digging up these man, dusting off some of them tune, and I put now for sure how the culture was framed. A person keeper asks me now to play Bob Marley, and I point out to the person say, no, I not gonna play no Bob Marley, because the world not stop playing Bob Marley from Bob Marley gone till now. Bob Marley is still the number one, according to them, reggae icon. Someone come to the comment and show say Bob Marley will start out as a pop group playing punky reggae in the punk clubs and these things, and as him decide to switch to take up I struggle by going to the Zimbabwe freedom, drop out after that. I take it a bit further to point out, say, Bob Marley as an half-caste was really an outcast in him trading. No fire and I never embraced him when he was around. Now, can I shed some light on that?
You see, when it comes to reggae music and music generally speaking, there's many players, but the chief among them was Bob Marley. Not necessarily the best, but the chief among them. Because, as you know, as you point out, even today, his songs and his accomplishment is still glorified the world over.
No, Jabby. No. We don't want to mislead the people when it comes to that.
No, what we're saying is we're still a reasoning. And I am responding to the question posed. Why?
Him accomplishment is nothing to do with I and I.
No. What we are saying is, right? If you look at him, a lot of people in the world who learn about Rasta in the first place, learn about ganja spliff smoking, learn about dreadlocks, was introduced by Robert Nesta Marley, or Nesta Robert Marley, as them they put him on the birth certificate.
Yeah,
and we can't deny that.
But I and I can't understand it, Jabby. And I push him. That's
no, we're not talking about that.
Yeah, but we have to talk about that, Jabby.
Hold on, we're gonna get to that. I am responding to the question posed.
Okay. So maybe I posed the wrong question then.
Perhaps. So if you have another question, pose it, please.
No, well, the position where I take is not even a question. First of all, Mr. Dad Bob Marley was just for I and I. Mr. Bob Marley. Because I already established if I go play Bob Marley, and Mr. Dad Bob Marley, I go play, and I go play Lee Scratch Bob Marley. Under no circumstances, I go play Blackwell Bob Marley. Because Blackwell Bob Marley is a duplicate of Scratch. All Blackwell did was overdub Scratch things and push it to the world. And what them do, and we see the same thing going on right now with Burning Spear, is that Blackwell tell you, all them do is get two white boys to come restring some of the loot them and market him. The angle where I come from with this culture. Bob Marley never a play in in America. He never a play to I and I. Here in England, he never a play to I and I. Most time when any Marley event come, black people can't attend it, Today, me show you some. Because a Rasta talk to Rasta. Today, if you say Haile Selassie idea, today, you might see 100 people stand up. Say Bob Marley there today and so on. So right now, me can't accept that he did anything for us. Because
here we have to say no, right? A man works is a man works. No. When I look at Rasta in the world, I talk about I. In my travels in creation, I have seen where there is no single individual that have galvanized the people pertaining to Rastafari more than Bob Marley.
Fire for
None.
that. Fire for that.
Hold on.
Jabby, where you do, Jabby? You're in dance black.
Hold on, no man. If you want, I have to answer. We can't be speaking over each other.
All right, got you.
Give thanks with manners and respect. What we say is, a lot of people now, once they hear, they know they have the opportunity now to further their own studies and their own liberty. Bob Marley did not get them to the destination, but Bob Marley was able to bring them to that initiation. What is happening is that many times I look on the destination and not looking at the initiation.
No, I
the
look
first time,
Jabby,
many one here.
Jabby,
Yeah.
but I not look on that. I look on the mass confusion with the whole nation in right now. That whole Christendom thing where we are trying to burn out again. And him bring back that thing too.
But remember, you know, the package, some of the things them. You see, Bob Marley was a perfect youth. Right? But who is? Bunny in our eye is not perfect. Right? So the baggage that he has also comes with him. So for example, if him did I use drugs, then people learn to use drugs. Simple. Because they looking at him as then the icon, and he was then juxtaposed against superstars of the time. That's the reality. But if you talk about a grassroots youth like Jayut, for example, right? That man was more grassroots thing,
Yeah,
and the people in the community was so them they there. Straight. But at the same time, when it comes to an international icon, there's nowhere you're going to go and you don't see that individual. No, why is that? Marketing, of course, because not only did the white world market him, but his family then market him. So what that shows us now is the ability to proper structure what we are doing can pay off. What we need to do now is the artists that we love. Market them then. Let it be known that, okay, this is the artist that Jahbunny like. And we put it out there so that the people can realize that this is the man.
Well, that's what I am doing. By go back in the graveyard and go dig up some man and make some people hear the works so them can compare works
yeah,
now.
But again, that is great. And we applaud you for that. Yet what we are saying is that during Bob Marley's lifetime, his marketing was not done after I'm dead. His marketing started while he was alive and continued after he died.
Fire.
See, so him get a leg up. That's why it become the main thing. Straight. All right. Look how much people there in Jamaica, right? Look how much artists in Jamaica were supposed to make money. Why is Bob Marley them donate or assist with Scott Spas? Why is them? Why is them who that they out in the Bob Marley beach and I keep Bingi for 21 days? Why is them do certain things? See, because it's a fact. They contributed. Mind you know. We may not love all of the situation with them, but we still have to give thanks to what they did and then find others. Because you see the works of the idol, nobody can come tell me, say, you never do your works, you know. A man may not like you, but your works is your works. You see, your works is your works, fire. You see, and that I say, you have to give thanks to the man, for the man works.
Well, here where I say now. I know when I reason from the angle, I already established them. I tour with them, I work with them. When him get knocked up, a we go feed and bring him come at a race course, right? So and I like we attack anything personal, like we not like him. We must make that clear. I always make that clear. Is my angle is how he was selective. Him never put in a work more nobody else. I'm friend them just come push him pan way. Did you know say at one time down a jam one, the person where asked me to play Bob Marley, at one time down a jam one, you couldn't just play Bob Marley just so, You know when the government of Jamaica, all these things is orchestrated, You know the first thing the government do after Bob Marley dead? Put him on the phone book and push him in everybody's house. You see that? So, like you said, it's marketing, right?
Yes.
So now, even me right now, I do what me I do. People are question it when me I do it from an angle that I was there. Now, if a Chinese guy, an Indian guy, or a white guy come and I tell my story, it is acceptable more I come from them. So
Yes.
it's like we have a deep-seated self-hated amongst myself, even for promote
But
myself.
not like we do. This is an innate reality, you know. It's not like we do. That is why we found ourselves in bondage in the first place. That deep-seated hatred, where family a fight against family, as we call it, tribe. Because a tribe is just a family. Certain family don't like the next family. And you find it in Jamaica, you have a bright youth and the next family will like say your youth bright. So them do everything to frig up the youth. That happens. That is just part of our heritage that we need to dash way. A legacy. Nevertheless, this here is this youth who have a white father and a black mother. That play a role too, because the society say if you're brown, stick around. So he stuck around because he was brown. But if you're black, stay back.
But the whole point.
And if you're white, it's all right. That was the ideology of the time. So he gained that platform, and you will say no. He used it well.
Yes. But the whole idea now, no man else can rise up.
Yes, but ones can rise up, but ones which one of the ones them know have all of the package. You have the music, you have the understanding, and you have the willingness and the support from the people. Because the people have to support it, you know. That's the essence of it. If the people don't support it, me and you could have talked to with blue. It don't make no difference. Because the artists we highlight is not necessarily the artists that the people have like.
Jabby, it's not even the artist when me like me I play come. My likeness is a whole. Nobody ever know what me like. It's hard for know what me like. It's hard for know what me love. Cause me is guarded like that. Yeah? No man never know what me believe. Yeah? You know what say, Jabby, since me start put on them mix here, yeah? The things them when me I hear from some youth like third generation, fourth generation youth. You know them I tell me? Jabby some tune where I play me think and we alone them in me for because the first way I hear them. The angle me I come from with it, Jabby, is that from the man them, other man them pass off. Very real. You hear no one play anything on the man them tune outside of maybe a top 10 tune.
Where you say? No, I didn't hear that part there.
I said, from most of the virgin them pass off, we put in the serious works. It's like them just pass off and disappear for the earth. Very rare you hear any of them man the tune outside of the top 10 tune them. And the top 10 tune them necessary we hear now is where them choose to tell us say, this is it. The difference now, because I'm down there in the ground with everything. Did you know that the tune them where Jamaica rate, and just Jamaica alone rate it?
Yes.
Because, like I point out, when me a grow, around 5 Bob Marley me can count by my hand when me a young soldier. We really a bunks for we, you know. Keep on moving, rock my boat, sun is shining. Them tune there, and them a bunks for we.
But I said today, I know. Well, I will stick up in there for a minute. The sound system The sound system was the responsible party for the expansion of Jamaican music in the grassroots.
That's correct.
The sound system. Now, when a radio station, they have a brethren named Milford Edwards, when them go a JB Blind or JBC if you prefer, to go play some of the roots Rasta tune, them run him. In fact, them fire him from JBC for attempting to play a certain thing. So there was an innate dislike by the Jamaican society. That is why now it is in England, where again the sound system and the recognition of certain artists. So it come back where from in England and come back a grassroots in Jamaica. You see? So that is how even Bob Marley get recognition. Bob Marley get recognition outside where the white punk rock folks could have find alignment with it, because remember the punk was a reject, you know. And them find Rasta to be another reject. So the punk attach themselves to the Rasta reject and build a grassroots situation that we find today. Because the same punk rock people them. So most of the roots artists them will come out of England. That's the only place they would get any looking